what better way to make something slightly spooky and questionable to a great number of people than to turn it into a squishy? That's right, kids. We're making another squishy. Now, the mold that I'm using is 70 mil. I measured it con agua. So I'm going to go ahead and make 80 because sometimes I find that that isn't necessarily an accurate measurement. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just, I don't know, science, math, Colorado idiocy. Who knows? So I'm going to go ahead and make some extra just in case. So I've got 40 mil of my A flex rubber, link in the description box below. And wait, I gotta pick this up and find my marky bits. There it is. Okay. And then 40 of B. Yes, queen. And we're going to stir it up. That's right. We're stirring white things to make white things more white. Now, with this, they do suggest, this is Let's Resin, PSN by the way, they do suggest that you stir it for 3 to 4 minutes. I think that that is a wise suggestion because you cannot tell if there are any streaks in it. Unlike resin that, you know, you can see streaks, this you can't. So stir it up really well, scrape your sides, your bottoms, you know, all that fun stuff. And one thing that I also want to do, because this particular mold calls for it, by the way, we're making a voodoo doll. Squishy voodoo doll. So, I'm gonna grab my lubricant spray and just give my mold a little bit of a spritz. Because even though, this stuff comes away from molds pretty easily, I just kind of want to, you know, this is a really interesting. Oh, I see. This mold is very squishy, so I just kind of, again, just want to hedge my bets and make sure that it comes out easily. All right. You know what? I want more brown. More brown. So we're going to throw in some brown mica powder. Neat. Yes. See, this is the color that I was looking for. Now, you're probably wondering, hey, Rev, why are you coloring the silicone when you're just going to be covering it with something else? Well, that's a good question, and let me answer it. A, because I want a brown base color under it, because if you look at my dragon that I made, he's got the white base to him, and you can see it when you squish him. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, by the way, isn't he adorable? But even through the glitter, you can see the white silicone, so I want to color it to make it brown. And B, that's because I want to. So, all right. So here we go. Now that that's all stirred together, I'm going to go ahead and start pouring into his little noggin. Squish, 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 squish. Not much going on in his head, bless him, detail-wise, but Still want to make sure that I'm getting out any bubbles that might be hiding out in there. Once we start getting up into his arms and everything, there are little areas of detail that I want to make sure get filled in thoroughly, because as you saw on the dragon, this will bring out the detail. Absolutely bring out the detail of the mold. So, boy, am I glad I made the 80. Oh, look at that. Would you look at that? Actually, you can't really see it right now because my big fat hand is in the way, but trust me. Scrapey, scrapey. Scrapey, scrapey. Okay. Told you. Alright, so we're just going to let this little duder sit and degas. This stuff degasses amazingly. P.S. I was really impressed when I made the pig and the dragon how well this silicone degasses. I mean, it's Let's Resin silicone, and if you've ever used Let's Resin's regular silicone rubber, you know, you'll know that it degasses beautifully. Well, this does the exact same thing. It really does. It's just, it's fantastic. It really is. So I'm very impressed with it so far. So yeah, again, we're just going to let this degas do its thing, and I will see you guys for next steps. See you soon. Time to get him out. Already entertaining to me. Alright, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of my leftover black glitter flocking from my dragon, and I'm just going to get it on a old fluffy makeup brush and go over the bottom. Okay, so now that we've done that, let's go ahead and get them out. And you can see how easily it's coming out of the mold. So if you have any questions about whether or not this sticky stuff is going to actually come out of your mold, the answer is yes, it will. Which sort of begs the question, what are they, you know, with other silicone rubbers, about, they always say, you know, don't put them in silicone molds, and it won't come out of silicone, and it'll get stuck, and stuff like that. Well, this is silicone. Alright, so I'm going to have to be careful with his little head. Sort of get my fingers in there. Bloop. Look at him! Oh, isn't he precious? Oh, he's so sticky. And he's so squishy. And he's so floppy. Oh. Oh, it's just so cute. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we need to do, we need to do a little bit of customization to him. So what I've got here is some scarlet mica powder. Oops, phone part. So I'm going to go over the heart on his little chest. Now this is going by the other basic rule that, you know, whatever goes on the silicone first is what stays. And I'm pretty sure that it will be the same thing for this little duder. on. Fingers. There we go. Alright, so now we've got some blue mica powder. And honestly, I'm not even cleaning off my brush. I'm just going in. Giving some pretty blue eyes. Alright. Now, to the flock. I'm probably going to need more now that I'm sitting here thinking about it. Do I want to do white or do I want to do black? White or black, white or black, white or black. Let's do white. Let's mix in white with what black we have left. Yeah, sounds good to me. Again with these plastic baggies. Ah. Handy when you want to keep things in, but when you want to get things out, it's a bit of a pain. Okay, our stick of many blendings. Mix up those two colors, make them spooky and gray. With a little bit of holographic glitter left in there. Yeah. Okay. Oh, come on, little dude. Bloop. Just gonna plop him right in there. His little head is sticking. Alright, let's make sure we get him good and covered. And I'm going to get a bigger fluffy brush. Find it. There it is. Bigger fluffy brush. And just go over him. Make sure that he's all covered. All his legs and his little armpits and his little knees. And this also takes off some of that excess flocking powder. So it's not a squishy mess. I think we got him. Oh, nope, there's some little pieces and parts. Little leg pits. See, you can see that the mica powder stayed very prevalent, which is nice. Now what I'm going to do is go back over it with some holographic glitter. This is the teal or something. Aqua. I always want to call it teal, but it's aqua. just to give his little eyes a little more dimension. And the good part about it being squishy is you can actually squish it and increase your surface area a little bit. Alright. And there's his little eyes. Sorry about my big old arms in the middle of everything. Actually, I want the gold. Okay, and then with the pink, we're going to go back over his little heart. And then I'm going to grab a slightly smaller fluffy brush. Yeah, that'll do. And use the gold to do the little rivets, little buttons on his arms and legs, just to give it a little more charisma. Tap, 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 don't need that much. Okay. And then anywhere else that you want to put color, go ahead and do it. If you want to give his little arms and legs or his body or whatever a little bit of a shimmer, then go ahead. It's your world, Bob Ross. Paint your happy little clouds. So, a squishy stress toy for adults. The funny thing is he just goes squish when you set him down. His little head falls over or goes forward. Does anybody play Phasmophobia? Or have a kid that plays Phasmophobia or anything? The voodoo doll just has that floppy head. That's what it reminds me of. At any rate, here he is. Doo, doo, doo. Oh, hi. I just think he's adorable. I think he's so precious. And just in case you're wondering, yes, he is squishy. And yes, he does go right back into place. And no, the mica powder and the glitter and stuff don't come off. So thank you guys so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. And I hope to see you again on the next one. Take care, guys. Cheers.